You guys, Burberry has done it again. They are up to some more shenanigans, okay? I don't know, sometimes fragrances just should not have flankers, and they have created a parfum concentration to my beloved Burberry's Goddess. So we all know what happened with the Intense. Many people were not feeling that. There were some that loved it, but some, really most, was like, So they're playing with the formula again. So I have picked up a travel size to test her out to see if they hit a home run, but I'm not sure. So if you are interested in checking out Burberry Goddess Parfum and seeing how it compares to the Intense and the original, please continue to watch. If you are new here, beautiful, welcome to the channel. I do hope you consider subscribing. We have lots of fun here and we smell good too. And if you are returning, hey friend, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That does help for us to grow. And let's get right into this video. Let me just say one thing right here. This one right here, I just cannot see her being knocked off her pedestal. I cannot see any other iteration of this fragrance knocking her off the pedestal. Now, I will tell you, Lattafa's Angham is neck and neck, okay? I recently talked about this baby right here. I pull for Angham a little more than I pull for Burberry's Goddess, okay? I'm just being honest. I said that in a previous video and I'm saying it to you now. Lattafa did the super big one with this girl right here, okay? When it comes to Burberry's Goddess and this original line and the flanker after flanker after flanker, I just really don't see an improvement upon this. So I will say that before we get started, okay? I have had an opportunity to test this on skin 2 times, and I already have my thoughts. And I also put, I have a sample size of the Intense version. So I did put this on skin and smelled them side by side. So the notes for Burberry's Goddess Parfum lists 3 different types of vanilla rather than the 4 that's in the original. There's suede down in the base, and then there is a raspberry note up top. Now, this particular fragrance, I do get the raspberry, but it's not like super duper loud. When this opens, you do get that red citrusy type of fragrance in your nose, and it dies down after about, I want to say 2 hours. I don't really smell it, but I do smell something differently sweet, if you will. It doesn't smell deep and rich like the vanillas that are in Burberry's Goddess. It smells a little more lighter wearing, like it came from a fruit, if you will, or something that's like not full of depth. Obviously, they got rid of one of the, vanillas that are in here, which could be contributing to the lack of depth that I'm smelling. And I do, like I said, smell the fruitiness. Now, I don't really get a huge leathery, suede-y type of vibe. There is something textured about this scent. I'm assuming that's the suede. However, there's nothing like super offensive about it. Like, if you didn't tell me that there was suede in this fragrance, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, there's suede or there's leather or there's something really funky about this scent. I wouldn't gravitate to that. I would think that, maybe there was some sort of wood, or not cedar wood, but some sort of sandalwood or some sort of white wood in this fragrance, and not necessarily like a leathered note. I do like the fragrance, but I want to reserve comment until after I tell you guys about the Intense. So this is the newest version, the Parfum, and then I'm going to spray the Intense on my other hand. The Intense is right here, and I think where the Intense had people messed up was the fact that they added a patchouli note to this fragrance, and it just kind of did something to throw people off. And it just, I don't know, I think people were just so in love with the original. Sometimes you just don't mess with a good thing. So the fragrance is, none of them are bad. None of them are bad, and I could see all of them appealing to someone. But you definitely get that Burberry DNA, for sure, the Burberry Goddess DNA. You get the vanilla, but you do get something a little funky in the patchouli. It's not super duper earthy, dirty, but it is there. She's present, and she is, you know, for someone that does not necessarily vibe with patchouli, it can be a bit much for them. For me, I don't mind patchouli in fragrances as long as it's done well. It's just something about the way that this is blended that just doesn't compare. So therefore, I don't feel called to pick this fragrance up or even have it in my collection. Now, where the Parfum differs from the Intense is it's sweeter. It's a little juicy almost, with that raspberry note and the lack of that additional vanilla that's in the fragrance, and the suede that's in here. Like I said, it gives it more of a textured feel and not necessarily like a strong leathered note. I think maybe where they went wrong is they went a little too strong, a little too hot and heavy with the patchouli, and it took over a little bit more of the vanilla. With the Parfum version and the raspberry, I'm wondering if they took a play out of Kilian's Angel Share Paradise. So they added a raspberry note to Kilian's Angel Share and had the Paradise release. And that one is very nice. It's done very, very, very well. I don't feel compelled to pick that one up because I feel once you get down to the dry down, they smell way too similar. And that price is a pricing, okay? So I was like, no, it's cute in the opening, but it just dried down too similar for me. The Parfum, I think I still want to play with it because I'm not completely sold on it being a complete and total no for me. I will continue to play with this travel size. I don't think that I have a disdain for this fragrance the way that I kind of disliked the Intense version, but it's definitely nowhere near a love like the original Burberry's Goddess. The original Burberry Goddess has my complete and total heart. It has 4 different types of vanillas, like I've said before. It has a lavender at the top, and lavender can be a tricky note to deal with. All of the fragrances have the lavender in it, the Parfum and the Intense, but it's just done beautifully here. I don't know what else to say about it. There are a couple of other fragrances that have lavender that are really, really nice. One that's super popular is Mongerline. I will always have that in my collection. That is stunning. Like, I almost feel like I could drink the fragrance. It's so good. It's making my mouth water just talking about it. But again, this original fragrance is something that I don't know that Burberry will be able to recreate the popularity in a flanker. I don't know. Like, they're gonna have to, I don't know what they would have to do. They're gonna have to really do something different to the fragrance to make a flanker that, in my opinion, that really rivals this. And when I say do something different, I mean add a note that just radically changes how it dries down, or add a note to where it radically changes how it opens and it just becomes so special that it's like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe X, Y, and Z. You know, maybe they switch the lavender to a different type of herbal situation, or add some other herbal situation to this fragrance to make it irresistible, to make it super popular, super viral, all of the things that this fragrance already is. So again, the Parfum is not bad. The raspberry note in here is not off-putting. I do want to say that. She is present. She, like I said, is a little fruity, is a little juicy. You get lots and lots of vanilla. You still have the lavender, but she is not necessarily a run out and go get her. I'm just going to say that for me. She's not a run out and go get. I'm happy that I have the travel size. And like I said, I will continue to play with her. But for now, she's cool. You let me know what you think about her. If you have picked her up in a full size or travel size, I would love to know your thoughts on this fragrance. I want to say the travel size was about 40 bucks. Ooh, $40. Come on, Burberry. $40 for this. Is it a 10 mil? Yeah, $40 for a 10 mil. I did have a little coupon over at Ulta, so thank you, Ulta. I saved 10 bucks, but retail is $40. So keep that in mind when deciding how you want to purchase and things of that nature. Who do I feel like would wear? Why am I holding this up? Lord have mercy. That's how y'all know I like the original. Who do I feel would wear this fragrance? Somebody that maybe thought that the original needed some sort of fruity nuance, some sort of fruity element, and that was just a little bit lighter on the vanilla. Lighter on the vanilla, and even lighter on the lavender, to be quite honest. The lavender is not as strong, and I'm assuming because they've added that raspberry note to give it that tart and tangy type of vibe. I would say this fragrance might actually appeal to a younger audience. Not to say that Burberry's Goddess is like a mature scent, it's not, but it definitely can give you grown woman, don't play with me, okay? This might appeal to a younger audience and even lean a little unisexy. Please let me know down in the comments what you think of this fragrance. Do you have it? Do you want it? Do you feel like the original should not be messed with because you tired of folks messing with the OG? Let me know. In my opinion, she's okay for now. We'll see how the rest of these 10 mils go, but this has not knocked the OG off of her spot. All right, you guys. So again, like I said, drop me a line down below and let me know what you think of this fragrance. Are you going to be running out to go get her, or are you like, leave me with what I have? I have the original and I am good. Or even if you have the Intense, or do you have the Intense and you're good and you like, the Parfum can sit where she sits. Leave her at the store. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That does help for us to grow. Also, like this video. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that you are enjoying my content. And until we meet again, make sure that you are being kind to yourself. Make sure you're being kind to others. And a peace and love, y'all. The world needs it. Bye.